Hello everybody, in this video I would like to follow up to my last video which was about the slnx solution format which was introduced in the latest preview. This video was met with a very enthusiastic response and I can see why, because it's something that we were waiting for a long time and it's now finally shaping up to be a reality. On the other hand, many people were eager to start updating their existing solutions, even production solutions, to this new file format immediately. And I think that might not be the best thing you can do right now. And I would like to explain why and how you can try it out in a safe way. So the main reason why I think you should not be updating to this new slnx format just yet is that it's a preview feature. As you can see, it's in the preview features section of the options, so it means it's subject to change. And if the Visual Studio team makes some significant changes to the format based on the feedback they get from users, it's possible that you would save your solution now as slnx, delete the original sln format, and then you would update to future version of Visual Studio which would have a new version of that slnx file format which would not be compatible with your original version, and you would have to update it yourself manually by rewriting those XML tags and elements. So that would be painful, of course. So this is a feature that's in preview for a good reason. It's something that the team wants to get feedback on and wants to get ideas on, and definitely is not something that should be used in production just yet. The second reason why you shouldn't be using it in production is, of course, if you are working in a team of developers where some people are using older versions of Visual Studio. Because if some people are still using Visual Studio 2022 stable, that means they would not be able to open the solution at all, because the stable version of Visual Studio does not contain this solution file persistence model yet and is not able to read slnx files. So this would mean that all the developers on your team would have to update to preview version of Visual Studio, which is something that might not be ideal, especially if you are working on production software and you need to keep your environments as stable as possible. Given what I've just said, you might be wondering, how can I try it out in a safe way right now? And I think the right answer here is to keep both sln and slnx version of your solution at the same time. And I have done just that in my solution here. I have the sln solution and I've saved as slnx. And by default, I'm using sln. And when I make some changes, I just save as slnx as well. And I can see then how the slnx format looks like. And I can give feedback to the Visual Studio team to maybe suggest some improvements or suggest some changes that I would like to see in the slnx file format. But for now, the main way I manage my solution is still sln, and I can keep them in sync by just saving as whenever needed. This is very safe because you still have the sln, which is stable and will be supported for however long, probably forever. And I have still the slnx as well, so I can play with it and get some early look on how this feature is shaping out. And when it becomes stable, I will just be able to delete an sln and keep just slnx and use it in my solution in production scenarios as well. So I hope this did not completely erase your enthusiasm about this feature, because it's something to be enthusiastic about, because it's the future and it will make our solutions much simpler and much easier to manage. However, it's still better to be safe than sorry, and it's definitely worth keeping that sln still in your source control, because you will probably need it for some time still, until this becomes the stable version and until this becomes the main way to manage your solutions. So thank you for joining this short session. I will be making more videos, so please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.